Let's start at the beginning. What is Net Promoter? Net Promoter Score, or NPS, measures our customers' experiences working with us and helps us predict how likely they are to recommend our services to other people, and therefore helps us predict future growth. So where do we get this information from? After every Woodard job is completed, our customers are emailed a survey where they are asked on a scale of 0 to 10 how likely they are to recommend Woodard to someone else. How they rate us on that scale determines our Net Promoter Score. Let's take a closer look. If the customer rates us a 9 or a 10, they are considered a promoter. On the other hand, if a customer rates us anywhere from 0 to 6, they are a detractor. That leaves us with 7 and 8. If a customer rates us a 7 or 8, they are considered neutral, meaning they aren't likely to tell anyone, good or bad, about their experiences with us. We are constantly collecting this data from our customers, and we take those ratings to form our Net Promoter Score. A Net Promoter Score is displayed on a scale of 100 all the way down to -100. Before I show you how a Net Promoter Score is calculated, I want to caution you to remove any prior thoughts you may have about how our score is calculated. The most important thing is to never consider our NPS an average. Also, don't think about NPS like a grade on a test, where you start at 100% and then lose points along the way. Remember, the scale goes from 100 down to -100. In fact, you shouldn't even consider NPS starting from anywhere. Before we get a single rating, our score is a blank slate. Here is how Net Promoter Scores are calculated. Every survey response is placed into one of 3 categories. Those that answer 9 and 10 are placed in the promoter category, those that answer 7 or 8 in the neutral category, and those that answer 0 to 6 in the detractor category. Note, a 6 is the same as a 0. Either way, you're a detractor. Adding those together, we get our total responses, which we'll need for the calculation. So how do these numbers come together to create our NPS? Here's the calculation. Take all the promoters and divide that number by our total responses. Then, subtract all the detractors divided by our total responses. Then we take that number and multiply it by 100. Let's walk through some examples. First, what happens if you only have one rating and it's a promoter? That gives us an NPS of 100. But what happens if you only have one rating and it's a detractor? That gives us an NPS of -100. The tricky part is to remember what happens if we only have one reply and it's a neutral. That gives us an NPS of 0, because that person isn't promoting or detracting us. Now that you have the basics, let's try a few more. Let's say we start the week off with 5 promoters, and we're feeling pretty good. But watch what happens to our score if we receive one detractor. It drops all the way to 67. Now we get one neutral, and we drop another 10 points. Just like that, our perfect score is knocked down considerably by 2 replies. Let's look at a bigger example. What if we have 190 promoters, 12 neutrals, and 16 detractors? We'd end up with a Net Promoter Score of 80. So what's the point? The point is that every customer interaction you have makes an impact on our business. Remember, a loyal customer is one who continues to use our services and also promotes our company to those they know. But dissatisfied customers, or detractors, talk about us as well. Now you can see why NPS is often considered a measure of future growth. Do we have more people telling others how great we are, or more people telling others how not great we are? That's Net Promoter. Thanks for watching.